So you can see from the title of this video, getting shredded from the inside and out, or on the inside and out. I haven't, grammar and sentence structure, things like that tend to be fairly foreign to me, as I'm good at playing the notes, but not really so much. I used to be very good at English when I was a kid, but not so much anymore. I need to stop trying recipes I found on TikTok. So I basically, since the pandemic started, I had a couple of options. One was and I was roughly about 270 pounds, 280 pounds almost. It was pretty bad. For me, anyway. You know, if you're a big back and you're happy, then, you know, fuck it, you do you. I was not happy, and I was in a lot of pain, and, you know, a lot of the drawbacks were starting to catch up. And, you know, when the pandemic hit, I was like 37, 38. What is it, 2005, 5 years ago? Yeah, so, you know, I'm getting to that age. A friend of mine in California calls it the hail of bullets. And, you know, in different stages of your life, you're going to get hit by one, you know. And as you get older, those episodes become more and more frequent. So I figured, you know, you have two options during that whole pandemic. You had to either, one, I could have become an alcoholic, an alcoholic potato who would just get increasingly large and unhappy and in pain, or I figured, you know, I'd go and make another attempt, and I've made several in the past, to, you know, finally drop all the extra Joe. You know, the world only needs so much Joe. You know, that I admittedly I was a little too much. And you can see, I'm looking at old pictures of me and old videos and things like that, and you can see it. I'm like half the size. Look, this chair used to fit pretty well. It doesn't anymore. You know, I can get two of me in this chair now. I can even sit on the edge like this and still have my entire butt in the chair, which is pretty cool. But you know, so I decided to make the change. Funny enough, I got the idea. If any of you are familiar with Glenn Fricker, he's a audio engineer. He has a big channel on YouTube, you know, and you know, I enjoy it. I learned a lot. I'm always trying to improve on my recording skills, you know, because I'm not an engineer. I didn't learn that when I was at Berkeley. When I was at Berkeley, I was figuring that, you know, I would just get good and find success, tour the world. Unfortunately, a lot of the competition had trust funds, so that I didn't realize at the time, coming from a blue-collar family, that was not gonna happen. In fact, when I had told my mom I got into Berkeley, she was like, "Oh, that's great, Joey. How are you gonna pay for it?" I did not know. She was very good with finding money, though. We might not have had a lot of money, but she was very good at finding other people to pay for shit. So she was able to help me find some grants and help me get set up with like the loans and all that stuff, and which bit me like ridiculously hard like later on, but you know, that's for another time. But anyway, it was like, you know, so I kind of got off topic there a little bit. Oh yeah. So, you know, going back, we had you know, so essentially, I could have either become a potato, be depressed, you know, have all that stuff, or start shredding off the weight. Glenn Fricker, that's right. My brain has gotten increasingly odd over the years, you know. ADHD, come to find out like years later, you know, at 40, kind of sucks, but you know, I'm not on Adderall or anything like that. I'm doing my best to mitigate it with mushrooms, which actually surprisingly help, like cordyceps, lion's mane for the brain, little ashwagandha to kind of keep you a little more leveled out, and a bunch of other mushrooms for health. Not the fun kind, unfortunately. Not really the kind that taste good, but, they have been doing quite a good deal, helping me focus a bit more, so, except when I'm trying to record a thing without a script, and I just go all over the place, but you're here for the ride, But she was very good. Back to my mom, she was very good at finding money, so. But anyway, let me just jump back a little bit. So we had, I made the decision. I watched Glenn Fricker's video. He was talking about him wanting to lose weight and going on a keto diet. So I kind of started that, and then, it kind of, over the years, I kind of did like low carb. I wasn't really working out at the time a lot. I had worked out sporadically in the past for the past 20 years, but I hadn't really like gone for it, kind of like I'm doing now. But, that's a major piece of the puzzle that you got to do, so, getting shredded. How did I want to tie this into TikTok though? Oh yeah, I wanted to warn you all not to do, I got to stop getting recipes on TikTok, So essentially the whole thing, I'm on a cutting diet. I'm trying to shed like the last 15 pounds so I can be like super jacked and shredded and whatever for the swimsuit I'm never going to wear. But 2-ingredient protein pancakes. It's like half a cup egg white and a scoop of protein powder. Have you ever wanted to chew on a yoga mat? Have you ever chewed on a yoga mat? That's what this shit was exactly like. It was the most disgusting fucking thing I could have possibly... I've made some disgusting experiments in my time, but this was the worst. This is like... It literally, like, I cooked them. The house smelled like a pancake, believe it or not. But, yeah, it was like chewing on a rubber mat. It was fucking disgusting. Yeah. So don't do that. But, the whole point of this video was, I could have decided to go wallow in self-pity and become a potato, essentially, and an alcoholic and all this nasty stuff. Or, I could start making the decision that if no one was going to come and save me, that, maybe I, unfortunately, have to be the responsible party here and do it myself. So that's kind of what I've been doing, And the shredded on the inside is exactly what those pancakes did to my body over the course of the day. Yeah, it was fucking terrible. But anyway, I'm decided this, and you're like, well, why bother, now? And it's just like, I don't know, it's self-satisfaction. It feels pretty good. I feel pretty good. I just did we had chest day today, so get my swole on, so I can, lift heavier circles and put them back down, But it's, it's the things you got to do, Keep dodging that hail of bullets. But, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, these mad vlogs aren't really going to be so much about music. They're just going to be about stuff. My whole channel is basically me. I know I'm kind of copying a Hank Green video right now because he essentially made the same point, but it's a good point, so I'm going to restate it. This is me. My arrangements are me. My little shorts, whatevers, are me. It's just for me to make an imprint of myself in the inevitable event that one of these maniacs we have right now is going to slam their hand down on that big red button, and then we're all going to go bye-bye. So maybe some, extra dimensional beings might come down and find some of the nonsense that I've been posting and say, oh, neat, and move on with their life. But, leave a little bit of a legacy, for whatever it's worth. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done talking. It's hot in here. It's getting hotter the longer I have the fan off, so time to go. See y'all. I have several new videos that I'm working on, so look forward to that. And if you're not subscribed, I don't know why you would be interested in watching this if you aren't, but if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Check out some of the music and, you know, see what I'm about. I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun here, you know. Anyway, take care, everybody.